Why do we do it? Why do we pay good money to sit in a dark room and let someone scare the hell out of us? It's a strange human impulse, this love for fear. We line up for roller coasters that promise to make our stomachs drop. We tell ghost stories around a campfire, hoping to send a shiver down someone's spine. Horror movies are the ultimate expression of this bizarre craving. They tap into something deep inside us, something ancient and primal. It's the thrill of confronting our worst nightmares from the safety of a theater seat. You get to face death monsters' madness, and then the credits roll, the lights come up, and you get to walk away, your heart still pounding in your chest. When people talk about movies that truly mess them up, one title always comes up: The Exorcist. This wasn't just a film, it was a cultural event left audiences physically and emotionally shattered, fainting, vomiting, running screaming from theaters. But the real horror, the behind-the-scenes horror, is how director William Friedkin managed to capture that raw, authentic terror on screen. He was a master manipulator, a filmmaker willing to do whatever it took to get a genuine reaction from his actors and by extension the audience. To create the iconic effect of breath appearing in the frigid room, Friedkin built the bedroom set inside a massive industrial freezer. The crew and actors were forced to work in sub-zero temperatures for weeks on end, bundled in heavy parkas between takes. Instead of warning an actor, a prop master fired a real handgun loaded with blanks next to his ear. The resulting jump is 100% real. When Ellen Burstyn was yanked violently by a hidden wire, she landed so hard she suffered a permanent spinal injury. Her scream is the one you hear in the final cut. Before computers could create any monster you could imagine, horror filmmakers were like mad scientists in a lab. They had to build their nightmares by hand. Latex, corn syrup, incredible ingenuity. Tom Savini, Rob Bottin, Stan Winston. They figured out how to make a chest burst open, how to make a head spin 360 degrees. Their work had a weight and a texture that digital effects often struggle to replicate. Take John Carpenter's The Thing. Rob Bottin's creature effects are still mind-blowing. To achieve the chest-chomping scene, they used a full-body puppet with an effects artist beneath. And in Alien, the chestburster bursting through a rig filled with real butcher organs produced authentic screams of shock. Horror is a feast for the ears as much as it is for the eyes. What you hear is often more powerful than what you see. Sound design is the secret weapon of every great horror filmmaker. A creaking floorboard, the whisper of wind through a broken window, the unsettling scrape of metal on concrete. Think about Leatherface's chainsaw. It's a character, not just noise. Sound designers pitch it, time stretch it, make it roar like a mechanical beast. The sound becomes a symbol of relentless violence. Silence is another powerful tool. A sudden, complete silence is deeply unsettling. Modern horror even uses infrasound, low-frequency tones below hearing that create physical unease. Sound in horror is a composed symphony of fear, bypassing reason and speaking to primal instincts. It lingers after the film ends. In horror, light is not your friend. It's a tool for manipulation, a spotlight that reveals only what the director wants you to see. Consider the cabinet of Dr. Caligari. Filmmakers painted jagged shadows directly onto sets. These unnatural shadows expressed inner turmoil. The darkness becomes a character. Modern masters like James Wan use darkness as an active antagonist. A flickering match, a swinging lantern, a child's nightlight. Each creates pockets of impenetrable blackness. The color of light is crucial. Sickly green, sterile blue, or hellish red each connotes something different. Red is blood, danger, passion. It signals alarm on a primal level. The shadows aren't just an absence of light, they are a manifestation of the madness at the heart of the story. Light, in horror, becomes a monster. Playing a character in a horror movie isn't just about screaming on cue. For many actors, it's a deep psychological dive into the darkest corners of the human experience. Some isolate themselves, study real-life trauma, and push their own emotional boundaries. Stanley Kubrick famously pushed Shelley Duvall to the edge. Repeated takes left her genuinely distressed. Others go inward. Heath Ledger locked himself away, kept a diary, experimented with voices and mannerisms to transform. Sometimes the emotional residue lingers long after the camera stops rolling. These stories reveal the commitment and vulnerability required for great horror performances. Sometimes actors have trouble finding their way back. Sometimes the horror on screen spills out into the real world. The production of Poltergeist is one infamous example. A dark mythology built from tragic events. The use of real human skeletons in a pool scene shocked cast members who later learned the truth. Over time, several cast members died prematurely. Dominique Dunne, Heather O'Rourke. On The Omen, a scene with agitated baboons and a near miss with attacking dogs put actors in real danger. A production plane struck by lightning and a later crash of a replaced plane deepened the eerie coincidences. A special effects artist's passenger was killed in a crash eerily similar to a scene he had created. These coincidences are specific and dark enough to make you wonder if some movies summon misfortune. There's a fascinating science behind why horror movies work so well. It's not just about ghosts and monsters, it's biology, psychology, the intricate wiring of the human brain. The most effective tool in their arsenal is the jump scare. It hijacks a fundamental reflex, the startle response. Your amygdala fires, heart rate rockets, muscles tense, a physiological reaction you can't control. But horror is more than jumps. The best films build a slow, creeping dread, suspense that delays the outcome and tortures the mind. The filmmaker shows a threat, then forces you to wait. That prolonged uncertainty is agonizing because we're wired to resolve danger. The relief after surviving a scare is addictive, an emotional cocktail of adrenaline and release. We experience intense emotions without real risk. Practice for fear responses in a safe context. It's a biological cheat code for fear. Why does horror endure? Other genres come and go, but our fascination with the dark seems eternal. From ancient myths and folklore to the latest streaming sensation, the genre lets us look into the abyss. Monsters are metaphors, irradiated insects for atomic fear, chainsaws for societal collapse. Modern tales adapt, zombies reflect consumerism or viral pandemic anxieties. Ultimately, horror connects us. Gasps and screams become a shared ritual that breaks down barriers. We walk in as individuals and walk out as a tribe of survivors. Horror holds a mirror to society and helps us process fear symbolically. As long as things go bump in the night, filmmakers will bring them to life. Horror isn't just about scaring us, it reminds us what it feels like to be truly alive.